There two. 1 2 1 2. There we go. Yeah, buddy. All right, guys. Get the social media going. Share. Yeah. Boom. All right. I'm excited about this one, man. I'm really excited. All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of Hardwork, Bad Decisions. The good, the bad, the ugly. Let's talk about it. I got my man Dylan right here. And we're gonna talk about some interesting topics. At least I find it interesting. If you're a UFC fan, if you're a fight fan, MMA fan, then these are topics you should find to be interesting. And we're gonna jump right into it, man. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. Ready to talk some MMA.
Okay. Yeah, I know. It's funny that I've been doing this podcast thing, but I haven't never done a podcast on MMA. So this is our first one. So let's jump right into it. First and foremost, we're going to talk about your first fight, your first amateur fight. When did it happen? What was the date?
It was April 28th. Yeah.
Okay, April 28th was your first fight. How was that for you?
It was super fun, man. Most fun I've ever had in my life, that's for sure. Ton of emotions building up to it, but it was fun, man. I definitely want to get back in there.
Yeah, my bad. I got the video playing and the sound system happening at the same time. So going through your first fight, talk a little bit about some of the emotions you was going through and the physical preparations and things you just have to sacrifice to make this fight happen. And not only make it happen in a way that it's going to be successful.
Yeah. I mean, we really put in the work. I know you were there with me firsthand, so you were pushing me every day, and so I think I dealt with a lot of emotions coming into that fight. I had opponent changes and had an injury right before the fight, and so there was lots of stuff going through my head, but I was really confident because I have you, all the knowledge you guys gave me and experience that you have. I kind of tried to take that stuff and use it for my own self.
I try to do that. I try to anticipate what y'all going to be feeling. So we talk about the subjects. We talk about things that most guys don't like to talk about. Well, for instance, being nervous. People think that when you're nervous, it's a sign of weakness, a sign of fear. And we address the situation like you're going to be nervous.
Yeah.
Your arm's going to feel heavy. Your legs going to feel heavy. You're going to be breathing hard. And we had to talk about it so we could be prepared for it. So those emotions don't overtake you.
Yeah, it was natural. I think it's natural for everybody to be nervous in that type of situation. That's how you know it's real. You're getting in there to fight another person who's trying to, take you out. And so
take your head off.
Yeah, it's a serious thing,
Yeah, so I tell people that nerves is a good thing, right? It just lets you know. It lets you know what better. Nerves, when you're nervous, it's just saying you are aware.
Yeah.
You are aware that you're going into a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between being nervous and being afraid or being scared.
Mm-hmm.
Being afraid or scared is saying that you're not willing to do something about it.
Yeah.
Being nervous is just saying you're just aware that, I'm going into a fist fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with another trained person who's trying to fight you too. So it's I had a lot of interesting nerves. I was thinking about it obviously a lot. Coming up to it, visualizing different stuff. Man, I just tried to take all the information you guys were giving me and apply that night.
Well, for the people that don't know, he obviously won the fight. He won the fight in the first round, the minute and 30 seconds by an arm triangle.
Yeah. You
came out with a head kick, slipped, fell. The guy jumped on you. You was able to implement your grappling, your wrestling. You especially somebody who never grappled or wrestled.
Yeah.
Before coming to the Victory MMA House of Hard Boxing. But you were able to implement some of the tools we trained on, took them to the cage, picked them up, slammed them, got mount, slid over, got to the arm triangle, and finished the fight.
Yeah, man, it was, it's crazy because I really never had done any combat sports before I started training with you guys.
Yeah.
And so the knowledge that y'all have given me, I almost felt like I went autopilot. I felt calm in the situation, even after the crazy head kick when I was recovering and he was coming after me. I still felt pretty calm. But yeah, it was my adrenaline before that first head kick. I think that's when my adrenaline was pumping the hardest.
Yeah, it's time to go, baby. And the cool thing about it is that we actually will be next week. Mm-hmm. We will be doing a seminar at the school of the guy you fought.
Yeah.
So it'd be a great opportunity to get some chance to train with him. Yeah. And that's the beautiful thing about our sport is that we all warriors, but it's just so much a lot of respect.
Yeah, he was super respectful. His team, his coaches, those guys were awesome.
Yeah.
I know, we're getting in here as martial artists, so it's built off respect. I think it should be.
So once again, guys, if you are going to be in Vail, Colorado, or around the area next Sunday, come to Hayward Charles MMA school. It's called Hibernation. I'll be teaching a MMA seminar, and it just be a good time. And if you sign up early, you'll have a chance to win some official UFC gloves. So check it out. All right, man. So we're gonna move on. Great fight. Can't wait to the next one.
Thank you.
We got a jiu-jitsu tournament coming up later on this month.
Yeah, I got signed up for the gi.
Yeah, to sign up for the gi, so we can get some more practice in. So let's talk about last UFC fight, UFC 224.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. And the truth is, I don't remember much about the card.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember is the controversy. Yeah, as Raquel Pennington going into the 5th round against Amanda Nunes. Now, let's say a couple of things. First and foremost, we know Raquel's tough. I know her personally. I've trained with her for many years. We know Amanda Nunes is super tough. Those are both warriors, so we're not going to say anything against them personally.
Yeah.
But the question is, how would you have felt if, let's say roles were reversed. Let's say you the coach, I'm the fighter.
Okay.
I come to you in the 5th round. I've been beaten up a little bit. You can tell I'm probably a little bit injured. I'm not 100%, obviously. Fighting 4 rounds, there's no way I could be 100%. And I'm not winning the fight. And I came to you and I said, I'm done. I want to be done. What would you do?
I think I would, because I would know you're a tough person. And, I would, in the training camp leading up, you can see what you can push through and how hard you can go. And I think when a fighter knows they're done and they say they're done, it's probably time. But I would just try to clarify, ask you one more time. And if you said you were done again, I think I would probably just call the fight.
Okay. So I'm assuming in reverse, as you being a fighter, I'm being a coach. If that was a situation and you came to me, because I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
If you came to me and said, "Hey, I'm done," I would look at you. I'm like, "What? Say that again?" Like you say I'm done. I'm like, "Listen, I would tell you as fast as I can, as articulate as I can, because we only got a minute."
Yeah.
Like, listen, if you quit right now, if you are done, I'm going to pull you. If you say it again, I'm going to pull. I'm let you know. But at the same time, I'm also going to say, I still love you.
Yeah.
I still support you.
Yeah, because it doesn't change the person you are. If you know you're injured, you're injured. I mean, if you're done mentally broken, that's something you can't just change. And I don't think pushing the fighter to go out there and try and find that extra bit, I don't think that is going to help them properly.
Yeah, because I've been in that situation, kind of, sort of, not in the fight, but I've been in a situation whereas I had a fighter who was training for a fight. And this was going to be a big fight for them, but they physically wasn't ready. They physically or mentally wasn't ready. And they came to me and said, "Hey, coach, I think I don't want to fight."
Okay.
And I was like, dang, and I already got the opponent. We already got posters. We already selling tickets.
Okay.
And I said the same thing to him. I said, "Listen, you let me know what you want to do. If you're not ready to fight, we will pull the fight." And he told me, he was like, "I got too much going on in my life. I cannot focus. I don't want to go out there, get hurt, or go out there and put on a bad performance, whatever the case to me. I'd rather pull the fight and come back when I'm I got my life together."
Yeah.
And that's what we did. We pulled the fight.
And I understand that too, because you got to watch out, for yourself. You as a person, you want to progress, and you don't want to jump out there and do something stupid and take a loss for no reason.
Yeah. You got to be honest with yourself in the situation.
Yeah.
Now, on the same token, there are times in the fight where you do have your moment of weakness. You look back and be like, "Yo, I'm getting my butt whipped. I may want to quit."
Yeah.
And I can understand the coaches wanting to motivate your fighter and be like, "You got this."
Yeah.
But on the same token, the issue that I had with the fight, and I'll be honest with you, I know some of those guys, if they watch, if they hear about this video, I'm being honest. What I didn't like about it, it wasn't just the fact that they pushed her back out there. It was the fact that they did not give her a game plan. They was like, power through. Power through what? I mean, Amanda Nunes ain't someone you just power through.
Yeah.
You got to have a game plan. You got to make something happen. Yeah. So basically, you just telling me you go out there to take more damage just to be tough.
Yeah.
And I had an issue with that.
Okay, I totally understand that. I think, that would be like, if you're on the bottom of the fight and you want to give up, you got to have a way to get off the bottom.
Yeah.
There's a way to get up and there's a way to get through the fight, but you got to give them a legitimate game plan. I totally get that.
Yeah, and the truth is, I mean, they fight at the highest level for the UFC World Champion. I get it. You don't want to walk away. You want to give everything you have. You want to die in your shield. I get that, but on the same token, I mean, we talking about the rest of her life. Luckily for Raquel, she was able. She got beat up a little bit, but she was able to walk away with her health. Yeah. She'd definitely be back and be strong. But really going out there to the 5th round was just a risk that I just didn't feel like that she needed to take. And I'll be honest with you, the coaches that said that to her are people who don't fight MMA. They never took a punch to the face. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm being honest. Like, people can say whatever they want to say, and it could get a little bit annoyed with me. Mm-hmm. But I think that's something to be said when you have coaches who never fought, who never took a punch to the face, who never done MMA, who never put together jiu-jitsu with wrestling with kickboxing with boxing, cage work, and then going 5-minute rounds at a pro level, at a high level, UFC. Like, there's something to be said when you're dealing with people who have never been there. Mm-hmm. And then their advice to you is go back out there.
That's definitely one thing that I pulled from you is, all the experience that you have is, it gave me a lot of confidence. And so I could see, it could cause issues, but I just think, if she wants out and, I get the aspect of, she might later on regret that she pulled out. Yeah. Yeah, but she also will live to fight another day.
She come back.
Yeah, the injury she could have taken, she didn't luckily it didn't get any, worse than it was, but it could have gotten really bad. There's been people who have gotten really messed up from fighting.
Yeah, you see that a lot in boxing, and my man Scott, he made a good point that she has been off for a year and a half, so you have to take into account the whole situation. And as a coach going round and round, you got to start looking at the bigger picture on if she's winning, okay, she's not. Okay, is she losing? Why is she losing? What can we do to turn this fight around? And then look at it like, okay, now we got to start thinking about her health. Yeah. And the fact is, I would never call the fight, but if he came to me and that's a stop, then that will be a potential possibility I have to start factoring in.
Yeah, I do think that coaching in itself, and not even just coaching, but cornering, I think it's kind of a responsibility in itself. You kind of have to be a little bit more aware in the situation. I know it's a crazy moment. It is for, the fighter and the corner. But everybody has to be a little bit more aware, I think.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, it happened. Yeah, hopefully people learn some things from it. And, it'd be interesting to see what's going to happen with Amanda Nunes. I think her next fight that makes the most sense is fighting Cyborg, which is a crazy fight. And yeah, I know. And Raquel, her next fight, to see like the women's 135-pound division. I'm trying to think like who would be a good matchup for her. Like, she's so tough and she's beaten a few people. And like,
that's a hard one.
Yeah.
I think maybe Holly goes back to 35 eventually,
and they can have a rematch.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was a close fight. It was a really.
What's that girl name? Zagano. They fought. Raquel and Zagano fought outside the UFC. Okay. And that could be a really cool rematch.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. Coming off a loss. So
I think that'd be a good fight. Kat Zagano versus Raquel. If both of them are relatively healthy or getting off some injuries and they could take some time and get a good training camp, I think that'd be a legit fight. That'd be a really legit fight for Colorado too, because both of them is kind of, I don't think Zagano's here in Colorado anymore. But
she was up here for a long time.
She was. I think she moved out of California. I'm not too sure. But either way, she still represents Colorado, and Raquel represents Colorado, so that'd be a big fight for Colorado. That's something they should have here in Colorado. That'd be dope.
Pepsi Center.
The Pepsi Center. I would definitely come to see that. All right, so moving on. So last weekend we had a fight with Darren Till, and Darren Till been in the news for some controversy. With his sparring video.
Oh man, the sparring video.
Yeah, the sparring. Yo, so tell me okay, so let's talk about the sparring video real quick. So in the sparring video, he showed a video of him sparring with this guy that seemed like that wasn't on his level, and he was beating the piss out of him.
Yeah, knocking him down.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Yeah, just kind of putting some hands on him. Mm-hmm. And it was like, why? That guy obviously was not on his level, so it didn't make sense to beat a guy up like that and then post a video of it.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I don't get if, I heard later on that this guy was a karate guy. Or
Yeah.
So
as he was getting ready for Steven Wonderboy.
And so I don't understand if it was, a mind game he's trying to play with Wonderboy, like, look what I'm doing to this karate guy who maybe you've heard of or not heard of. But, he didn't look like he belonged in there, and it looked like it was a bit much. He kept going after the head, as soon as you could tell the guy was rocked. I feel like everybody could tell the guy was rocked, and he kept going for the head.
Yeah, it was a tough video to watch, and then Darren Till, he caught a lot of internet flack for it. Then he posted a video of him getting pieced up, but he got caught with a 5-2 real quick.
Yeah,
but you could tell it was still competitive.
Yeah, compared
to the video that looked like he was just beating up a day one guy.
Yeah, walking down somebody, just boom, boom, boom. Yeah, he was. You could tell at the video where he got punched, they were going back and forth, and he just got caught with something. And that happens in sparring. You're going to get caught with something. Yeah. And especially when you're sparring with really high-level guys.
Yeah. And but now he's back in the news for his weight cut.
Oh, man.
And it seemed like that they brought this kid to the brink of death to try to make weight, which he did not make.
Yeah.
He missed weight by like 3 pounds.
Yeah, 3.5. He missed 171 by 3.5, so he was at 174. Championship weight, that's 4.5 pounds over. That's not a little bit.
Yeah.
And that kid's big. He looks huge for 170. I don't know how he's made it. And I don't even know if he's ever even made it down to 170 exactly.
To 170? He made 171, but he never made exactly 170. I see the point you make it. But so the ABC, the Athletic Boxing Commission, they and the president of that was saying that his coaches should be fined or suspended because they believe that by doing that to your fighter, you could almost kill him. And and it was so dangerous to how much it was pushing him. Like he could barely walk. Now I've had big weight cuts.
Yeah.
I've been up to like 217 and cut down to 170. I know what it takes over a length of time.
Yeah, but you have to do it the right way, right?
Yeah. I mean, it looked like in that video, because they took down the video. I saw it real quick, they took it down. Yeah. Like they had to like he couldn't even walk. And he was going, the problem was he was going blind.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were saying that he was losing his vision.
See, that's just dangerous. I think that, when you're cutting that much weight, it's dangerous. That just becomes, it's bad for your health, I think, short term and long term.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of guys. I think weight cut is going to be a big issue coming up in the future. And we've seen a lot of guys like RDA who had such a hard time when he was down at 155 passing out, before his fight with Alvarez. And now he's at 170 and he's on a 3-fight win streak. And so
I didn't realize he passed out before he fought Alvarez.
They said, I watched the media scrum the other day, and he said he passed out 3 times before that fight with Alvarez. Yeah.
Okay. Well, man, so that's a huge concern that as fighters and coaches we have to start really addressing and seeing like maybe these weight cuts is not beneficial, and we're starting to see now guys who was fighting at a lower weight class going up a higher weight class. See, back in the day, it used to be the guys at the higher weight class dropping down. Yeah. And now we're seeing the opposite. We see people like Calvin Gastelum moving up, RDA moving up. It's even like last night. What's the last time? It was Friday night. Sam Alvey.
He moved up to
he fought at 185. He moved up to 205 and won a split decision.
Yeah.
And
he still looked strong. He still looked good. I mean, it wasn't like he looked like a smaller, weaker guy.
Yeah.
By any means, he still looked good. I was pretty impressed. He actually looked a little bit more busy than.
It's something to be said to have energy to go out there and fight and compete at your walk around weight, at least a more natural weight class instead of I fought at 185 and then I dropped down to 170. So I'm a little bit of a hypocrite in this conversation. But
you have fought at higher weights as well.
Yeah. I mean, my last fight was against somebody at 195. But I mean, there is something to be said when you don't have to worry about cutting that much weight, and you like I spent training camps, and maybe this is something to be said about cutting weight, because I felt like I spent training camps not getting better as a fighter.
Yeah,
I spent the training camp cutting weight.
Yeah. I think that's a big thing, is you want to be able to just focus on technique and getting better and learning, instead of worrying. You don't want your fight to be the weight cut.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
You want your fight to be the fight night.
Yeah.
Know? And I think, I cut about 14 pounds for my fight, I think, altogether. And I still felt really great, but I was eating really well before in the weeks leading up.
You wasn't starving yourself a week time. Yeah,
no, I was just eating healthy food, clean food, a lot of organic stuff.
They say you should keep it anywhere from 10 to 15% of your natural weight. They say for someone like me, I walk around at 200, so it's like Oh, cool. All right, so let's go ahead, man, and get into these predictions. I love the fact we took some time to talk about your fight, took some time to talk about UFC 224 with the Amanda Nunes Raquel Pennington situation, and Darren Till, the weight cut situation in the sparring video. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of what we want to talk about today, which is UFC 225, which I think this is a monster card. This is one of those cards that we need.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's the main event is Robert Whittaker versus Yoel Romero, and that's gonna be a monster fight. I can't wait to talk about that. But we're gonna start at the beginning. Okay, we're gonna start at
going all the way to the fight.
Yeah, all the way to the fight pass, the fight list, early prelims, starting with the first fight of the night: Mike Santiago versus Dan Ige.
Yeah.
Okay, you know more about this than I do. It's so funny. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to go with the guy that has the more fight experience. And granted, he has 21 fights, 11 losses. That's a lot of losses. However, I feel like that's a lot of fights. He has a lot of experience. He's seen it all, the good, the bad, the ugly. So I feel like, and he seemed to be the taller guy, the longer guy. So I'm going with Mike Santiago, the little bully.
All right, man. So I'm going to have to go the opposite.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go against you and go with Ige.
Okay.
I think Santiago's coming off 2 losses against really good guys. He lost to Zabit and Mads Burnell.
Oh, man, you got inside information. I'm just looking at the numbers.
You're using stats.
Yeah, I look at stats. Okay.
But and Ige is coming off a loss as well, but it was a really fun fight, his last one, and so I'm wanting to see how he bounces back after that loss and see if he can get this W.
Okay, moving on. Clay Guida versus Charles Oliveira. Now, these two guys we know.
Yeah.
And I love Charles. His jiu-jitsu is phenomenal. He does have a tendency to gas.
He's a killer when he gets to the floor.
Yeah. Is this fight gonna be at 140? It's gonna be at 155.
155.
Wow. So Clay Guida's moving back up to 155.
Yeah, and Oliveira's going up as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'm interested. I'm gonna go with. Whoa. I gotta go with Clay Guida.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna go with Clay Guida. I'm going with Clay Guida because he's tenacious. He don't quit.
No.
Charles, he's good when he's winning, but he has a tendency to find a way to lose.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The fight against Pettis, you kind of saw that. Get tired. Guida is coming off that big win over Joe Lozon too, and I think he's going to keep that going and get this W. I agree. I'll pick the same guy. Okay.
My man Hector just said he called Clay a bum.
Oh.
Yeah, which is crazy, and I'm not too sure if I agree with that. I think Clay Guida have had his time to shine. I mean Clay Guida has beat some tough dudes. So
a lot of tough dudes. He's fought everybody. He's fought all the big names.
He broke RDA's jaw.
Yeah. He beat Pettis too back in the day.
Yeah.
He's the guy who beat Pettis when he was on his run.
All right. So next up, We got in the bantamweight division. We got no, strawweight. Flyweight, man. I don't know, these little guys.
Hey, man, what are we talking about? These little guys.
All right, Joseph Benavidez versus Sergio Pettis.
I'm really excited for this fight. I think it could be a really quick pace fight.
Yeah.
Nonstop action the whole time.
It's going to be. Yeah.
I'm excited to see how this one turns out.
Well, I'm going with Joseph Benavidez.
Right.
I'm gonna go with him just because of his experience.
Yeah, I would say that I would pick Benavidez as well. He's on a 6-fight win streak. He's really consistent. His last loss was that loss to Demetrius.
Yeah. But he haven't. Well, his last loss was to Demetrius.
Yeah, the KO. Yeah, when he got KO.
That's his last loss. No way. It was his last loss. Yeah. Okay, but wasn't his last fight?
No.
Okay, I was just about to say, wait.
No, he's on a 6-fight win streak since.
Is he really?
Yeah. Yeah, 6-0, but he's been off, I think, for like a year and a half since his last one was against Henry Cejudo.
Henry Cejudo, yeah,
his Ultimate Fighter.
Oh man, yeah, I remember that. Wow, he hasn't fought since then.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like I should have did more homework on this. You're killing me over here. You're making me look real dumb, bro. I feel like an amateur.
Coach, this is my sport, man.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
watch football or basketball. I just watch MMA and combat sport.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, so we both in agreement with this one. We're going with Joseph Benavidez.
Yeah. I think he's just too technical. If Sergio can step up, that's a big win for him.
I never been a fan.
No,
I've never been a fan of Sergio.
I liked him coming up. I think he's got a lot of potential. He just I don't think he's put it together. He's still a young kid.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely super talented. Yeah. But I do think his game is missing something. Like I feel like his game is missing the grappling, wrestling side of it. All of his striking is great, but like I hate watching guys who's just like what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
like, he's gonna try to keep it standing and strike.
Common with the Duke Roufus camp, there.
Yeah, I mean Duke Roufus got Tyron Woodley. He's a wrestler. They got Ben Askren. Now, all right. Here's another really good fight: Rashad Evans versus Anthony Smith. Now this fight is special to me for a couple of different reasons. Anthony Smith is moving up to 205.
Yep.
Rashad Evans went down to 185, didn't have much success. Now he's moving back up to 205.
Yeah.
Now Anthony Smith is a friend of mine. I train with him. I helped him prepare for his last fight against Hector Lombard.
That's awesome.
Yes, I did some sparring with him. He's super tough. He was actually really big. I was like, how are you fighting at 185?
I actually really like Anthony Smith a lot. I've been following him for a while. I think he's a beast, and he did lose his last fight against Thiago Santos.
Yeah, Thiago Santos, that body kick, right?
Yeah, but he's a savage, man, and I think this move up to 85 will be good for his cardio.
More 205.
Or 205,
yeah. Right. But Rashad Evans, he's always been a homie of mine, man. Yeah. Like not like a real homie, but like a homie is. Like I always been a fan of his. Because it was his season, Ultimate Fighter Season 2, what got me into MMA, really. And watching that season when he won, him being the black guy, him being the black guy that won the season, I was like, him being the black guy that was also a wrestler.
And I watched that live finale and that head kick that he landed. I mean, put that guy down.
Yeah, that big dude. Brad Iron, something like that.
I don't. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm thinking of a different fight. I think it was his next one.
But he has had some tough years.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I love Rashad. I've been a fan of him for a long time. I think he's on like a 4-fight losing streak or something like that, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But he's a tough guy, man. I want him to do well, but I don't know if he doesn't have that same kind of killer instinct.
I'm gonna give my predictions. My prediction here. It's gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with Rashad Evans.
Ooh, okay.
and I'm gonna tell you why. And it's saying this as I kind of go against a homie, but and the reason why I just think Rashad is gonna go back to his wrestling. Hopefully, Anthony Smith prepared for somebody that's gonna grind on him, because that is when Rashad was the problem with Rashad is that he fell in love with his knockout power.
Yeah.
He knocked out Chuck Liddell, and he knocked out Forrest Griffin. Like he dropped him, and then he was able to finish the fight. And then he felt like he was a striker.
Yeah.
But when Rashad puts his striking with his wrestling, he is tough to deal with.
Yeah,
like,
man. I mean, I think that was his last win was against Chael, and I thought that was a good win for him.
Yeah.
But if he can put it together and grind Smith down, I think it'd be a rough night for Smith. But man, I'm gonna have to go with Lionheart on that.
Anthony Smith.
Yeah,
you making me look bad.
Yo, he's got a lot of heart.
Yo,
man.
hopefully my man Anthony ain't looking at this. I'm like, man, screw Gilbert. Like,
I actually
next time we spar, I'm gonna show him what's up. Like, hey, don't take it personal, man. Don't hit me too hard.
He's a tough dude, man. Yeah. And I've seen him come back from a couple rough starts to get the win late, and so I think he takes this one.
Well, I'm you know what? Like I said, my brain is going with Rashad Evans, but my heart is going to be with Anthony Smith. Now, hopefully, he goes out there and he's able to stop those takedowns. So I really feel like Rashad is going to go takedown heavy on him.
Yeah, either way, it'll be a fun one.
Yeah. It's going to be a good fight. Okay, so we got the big guys. I don't know any one of these guys. Rashad Cutler and Chris De La Rocha.
Okay, so I know Coulter is coming off. He's coming off 2 losses, right? He lost to Chase Sherman in his debut in UFC. And that was a fun fight. It was back and forth until he lost. And then he fought Tai Tuivasa, who actually fights on the main card of this same fight night.
Yeah.
Tuivasa's a beast and landed that flying knee. I've never seen a heavyweight land a flying knee. I mean, he got about that far off the ground. It was still a flying knee.
Yeah, it was still a flying knee. You get points for it.
Yeah, I think his last 2 have been against some tough guys. He got a little bit more experience, so I'm going to go with him, I think, on this one.
Okay. Yeah, and the other guy, he only got 6 pro fights. He's 4-2.
Yeah.
So
and he's coming off 2 losses as well. So
wow. So he's coming off. Okay, so he was 4-0. Then he took 2 losses.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with you, man. I'm gonna go with Rashad here, and call him the Day Walker. Interesting. And these heavyweight fights are one of those things. They're either super exciting to end quick, or they super boring and last forever.
Yeah, and it's hard to pick a heavyweight fight. I think it's hard. That's the hardest division to pick because anybody can knock anybody out with one punch.
All right. Well, I guess we are in agreement in this one. We're going with Rashad. All right. Next one, Ricardo Lamas versus
Mirsad Bektik.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. Wow. The Mirsad is 12-1.
Yeah, and his only loss was a really crazy fight where he dominated the whole fight, and he actually got knocked out in the end, and it was by Darren Elkins.
Oh, that was that fight.
It was that fight.
Oh my God!
Damage. Yeah, it was a crazy fight. Crazy comeback of the year, in my opinion.
Oh man, that's a tough fight for Ricardo Lamas to fight after he was just knocked out, right?
Yeah, he was knocked out by Emmett. That was a big KO.
Yeah, man, that's
put him down. But Mirsad has fought once since his loss, and he actually dominated that fight as well. I was pretty impressed. It was against Godofredo Pepe.
Oh, Godofredo Pepe.
Yeah, he was on the Brazilian.
Ultimate Fighter. Yeah. Okay, so they seem to be as far as all the stats and weight, they match up. Height, they match up. They reach, they match up. They have both a significant amount of experience in fights. Obviously, Ricardo Lamas has been fighting at a higher level, fighting tougher guys. He is coming off, I think, probably one of his first times he's been knocked out cold.
Yeah, that was pretty rough, man.
But I have to go with the bully, man. I'm going to have to go with Ricardo Lamas. I think his experience of fighting at a higher level, tougher guys, is going to shine through. He's going to know what it needs, what it takes to win.
Yeah, this I think is probably a hard one for me to pick on this card. I think I'm going to go with Bektik on this one because I think he's a young, hungry up-and-comer, and Ricardo is coming off that loss too.
So you're betting against me. Okay. All right, cool. Just take notes, guys. We're going to write this stuff down. Yeah, we're going to tally it up. Okay. All right. Okay, going on to the female division. Claudia, I like her, man. I really like her. She's cute.
I really do. She's a good fighter. She's awesome.
And Carla Espinoza. They both got similar records. They're both a grappling heavy.
Yeah, so I don't think that Esparza's grappling is going to be as beneficial in this fight as it has been in her previous fights.
Yeah.
Right, because Claudia's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And she's got good striking too.
Yeah.
I think I'm picking Claudia on this one because she's got a really good experience. Her last fight was against Andrade. She lost that one.
Yeah.
But she got a lot of experience against the high level girls. So
Carla just beat was it Teacher Torres? No, it wasn't.
No. Oh man.
And it's funny about Carla. She's the one female that has a win over the champion.
Yeah.
You know, over Thug Rose. But people can make the argument that's back when Thug Rose was still kind of feeling herself and still learning. You know, as she matured so much, probably because of that fight.
That's true. I mean, I'm sure that kind of gave her, you know, and her grappling got even better since then. And, I think Esparza's last win was Cynthia Cavillo, and that was.
That was the girl that had. She blew up and she was submitting everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And Carla was able to
kind of derail that. Hype.
Derail that hype and kind of wrestle her down. I'm going with Claudia. I'm going with Claudia.
Yeah, I think she's too experienced. She's a really good, consistent fighter.
Yeah.
And I think she was actually beating Johanna in both of those fights. I think in the last one she gassed, and that's when Johanna came back.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, that was sad to see. Because the first fight, I thought she won against Johanna.
Yeah, that was a super close fight.
Yeah, the second fight, she was kind of winning, and then she gassed.
Yeah, I thought she won the first probably 2 rounds at least.
Yeah. Well, Hector, I agree with you. I definitely want Ricardo Lamas to win to come back from that KO. All right, moving on to the next one. This is the big guys again, but this one is going to be Alistair Overeem.
Oh.
Can he come back after that uppercut from hell?
Oh, man, the Ngannou uppercut.
Yeah, his the memes that came from that uppercut, it was ridiculous.
Oh, it's so bad. That's one thing, man. You got to be careful. You're going to end up a meme.
Yeah. and Curtis Blades, he's been on a. I think his only loss was also against Ngannou.
It was his first. That was his debut. That's a tough debut to get.
And it wasn't like he got finished with his eye got so swollen that they had to call the fight. The doctors called the fight.
And he's on a 4-fight win streak since that. His last one was Hunt. And I actually like Blades a lot. He seems like a really good guy. He's a good wrestler. You can tell he's still improving every fight too.
Yeah. I actually spent some time with him at Team Elevation when I went up there to spar with Neil Magny as Neil Magny was getting ready for Hector Lombard. He was a good dude. Alistair Overeem, I've been a fan of him since the Pride days. He just had a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, he's definitely a savage. We all know that.
I think he does well against grapplers. Mm-hmm. And just when he goes against another hard knockout person is what makes me afraid. Yeah. So
it's weird that it says England for his country. That's not.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's so wrong. That's wrong. He's from the Netherlands. Yeah, he's from Holland.
He just has so many miles on him, man. Fight miles. He's been in so many fights. I mean, look at that record. That's 60 MMA fights.
Yeah, and that's not including his kickboxing fights.
That's crazy.
And his losses always seem like it'd be some crazy KO. That's a lot of trauma to the brain.
Man, I feel like if he loses this one, it might be time to hang it up. I'm not anybody to tell somebody they should retire, obviously, but man, that's.
I mean, in Curtis Blades, he has the ability because he was a D2 wrestler. He has the ability to take Alistair Overeem down and just grind on him with a wrestling mentality.
Yeah.
But I do think that Alistair Overeem does a really good job against grapplers, like what he did to Verdum. I'm going with Alistair, man. I'm going with Alistair.
Okay, I'm going for the young, hungry up and comer. I'm going for Blades here. I think he's gonna pull it out. I think he'll use his wrestling. He's got to watch out for that nasty guillotine.
Yeah. So you once again betting against me. That's never a good thing. All right. So for the main event of the night, the biggest fight of the night, CM Punk versus Mike Jackson. Now here's one thing I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Both these guys have one MMA pro fight. Yeah. And both of them have a loss. Yeah. And both of them is lost to the same person.
Yeah. Mickey Gall.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So Mike Jackson has one amateur fight.
Yeah.
And he won a 3-round decision. Okay. And then he came to the UFC and fought Gall.
Wow.
And so Gall beats him, and then he tried to go do a kickboxing fight, I believe, and he lost that as well. And so, man, I'm going with Punk on this one. The GOAT.
Oh. The GOAT. CM Punk, the GOAT. Oh.
Change his nickname now. He might as well.
Oh, my God. So, okay, let me get this straight. Mike Jackson.
Yes.
Okay, we understand why CM Punk got signed.
Yeah, because he's a big name.
Yeah, big name. Okay, I hate it, but you understand it. It makes money.
Yeah.
But Mike Jackson got signed to the UFC off of one amateur fight.
He must have a really good manager. Man, I'm telling you.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know how that.
It just makes you feel like I got close to 30 fights. It makes you like, for me as a lifelong martial artist who have dedicated his life to the sport of MMA, it makes me feel like, what the hell?
Yeah,
like,
and I can see that. I bet you know, these guys who were on the prelims. That
was a big controversy, right? Like, because they bumped, because initially Alistair Overeem and Curtis Blades was on the main card, and they bumped him down to put CM Punk on the main card.
Yeah, and you got guys like Benavidez, who's, 6-fight win streak, former title challenger, #1, and he's on
Rashad Evans, who's a former lightweight champion. It's Carla Esparza was the former champion, strawweight champion.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, and good for these guys for getting there. I don't want to talk too bad about them, but I think it really comes down to the UFC. They WME right now. They're just trying to make money.
It just seemed like it would make more sense if CM Punk would have been on the main event for the prelims, which would have make people want to watch the prelims even more, which make people be more interested to see the pay-per-view card.
Yeah, and one thing I do respect CM Punk for, he said that he thinks he should be the first fight on the prelims, on the Fight Pass prelims.
Okay.
And so, he knows where he should be, but because of the following he does have.
Dana White said that, CM Punk, he sells tickets. He sells pay-per-view compared to Alistair Overeem, which I thought was a huge distance. Like, sometimes Dana White say things, I'm like, did you really need to say that? Did you really need to say that? We understand what you're saying, but did you really need to say that?
Yeah, I think we've all heard one or two of those.
Yeah, okay. Moving on back to the heavyweights, Andre Arlovski against
Tai Tuivasa. This is the guy I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, the one with the flying knee?
Yeah.
Flying, oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm picking him on this one, man. The kid's a beast. He's got 9.
Wait. I'm sorry. CM Punk, Mike Jackson.
I picked Punk.
You picked Punk?
Yeah, he's training with Duke Roufus. I think he hopefully he learned a lot from that fight against Gall. So
I'm picking Punk too. I heard Mike Jackson. He does a podcast. He does a lot of other jobs. CM Punk probably got enough money that he just focused on training. He made $500,000 on his first fight in the UFC. $500,000,
his first MMA fight.
And that's not including any sponsorships or anything else he's gotten before, during, and after that fight. So he probably got nothing to do besides just train and get prepared. And I'm going, CM Punk. All right, Andre Arlovski. I'm going with the other guy, Bam Bam, who's 9-0, and I feel like he's gonna touch Andre and put him down again.
Yeah, man. Andre's had it rough. He's gotten beat up a bunch of times, man. A couple of nasty KOs. Even he going back a long time to just been getting KO'd. I think Tuivasa's and his 9 wins are all by
KOs.
Yeah. All by stoppage.
Well, big up to Australia. I think that's the easy pick right there. So
there's got a lot. They have a lot of guys. That whole crew. They have a lot of guys coming up right now that are savages. I think they're going to cause a lot of problems.
Yeah. Well, okay. Easy one. So we going with Bam Bam. We in the quarters. Okay. This is an interesting fight. We got Holly Holm versus. People want to say Megan is Megan.
It's Megan Anderson.
Yeah, Megan Anderson.
It's the Australian thing.
Yeah, I know, right? So it's so much to be said about this fight because Holly Holm, who's been like 1-5 in her last 6 fights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, man. Her last win after the Ronda was Betch Kohea.
Yeah, but she has been fighting tough Hall of Famers, world champions.
That's good.
Holly Holm. And like even the fight she lost against GDR.
Yeah, that was close. That guy thought she won.
People think she won it, and then her losing to Cyborg at 145 is like.
I mean, how really bad is that, right?
Yeah.
You know,
so her record doesn't look good, but she's still a really tough fighter. Now
she is, and I think she's super technical. But my issue is I don't think she's a true 145er.
Okay.
And I think that's where the issue is going to come in.
Okay.
That fight against Cyborg, she did show she has a tough chin and she can take it. And I was really impressed with that performance. But that's my one issue with her right now is I think she's a 35er.
And Megan Anderson, the problem with her is that she just hasn't fought.
She hasn't fought. She hasn't had any really high-level experience.
Yeah, high-level experience.
Yeah, but her last loss was a submission, so we don't have to worry about that in this fight.
Okay, true. Well, I mean, you never know. Holly Holm may try to toss him. But you're right about it. Holly Holm is a boxer, kickboxer. Yeah. So she can stay to her bread and butter. And that's what people want to see in this fight. People want to see some striking, some high-level striking.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time picking on this one, man. I want Holm to do well because... You know, she's a good role model. She's super nice.
Yeah.
She always seems like a really genuine person. But Anderson, man, I think it's time for some new blood. And
I was going to say that. I'm going with Megan Anderson for a couple of different reasons. She come out to Denver and train some time at Factory X, so she's a homie of a homie. But also, I feel like the 145-pound division needs some new fights for Cyborg. For Cyborg to fight Holly Holm again, like, it's okay. It wasn't really fun the first time. It wasn't a big fight.
Yeah. It didn't. I didn't think it did very well.
Yeah. But Megan Anderson, she's coming from Invicta. She was a champion there. Mm-hmm. She got signed. Seemed like she had some visa issues. So let's not prolong it. And this is like a way to build her up for her to beat another top contender with somebody with a name, so she can fight Cyborg. That's what this is all about. Megan fighting Cyborg.
But I just don't. I don't agree with them giving her such a tough matchup for the fight. I think they could have given her somebody a little easier, but the division is so shallow right now. It's hard at 145 to find another contender.
Your man Jonathan said he wants to bounce the idea off you this week. So I don't know if it's a personal thing.
No, it's got to be something with this. I bet he's an awesome filmer.
Oh, okay. Well, yo, Jonathan, if you're watching, shoot the idea. Shoot it now. Shoot it later. We would love some feedback. We're always trying to find ways to make this better. And I need somebody that can help me with some video work. So that's really could turn things around. But getting back, I'm going with Megan Anderson. I want her to win, probably for a personal reason, meaning that I want to see new blood. I don't know if she have the technical skill work to win, because I've never really seen her fight.
Yeah, I've seen her fight, man, and she looks tough, but she's not fighting the top girls in the world.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the difference. I'm going with Megan as well because I want her to win. Same reasons you said. But, logically, Holm is a better fighter.
Okay. All right. Well. So I guess you're saying our hearts are going with Megan, but is the potential like, Holly Holm can pull us out. She's got a lot of experience.
Yeah, I'm going with my heart on this one, man. We're going Megan.
Okay. All right. Co-main event. Rafael Dos Anjos versus Colby Covington.
Man.
Colby Covington.
Man. We got some stuff to talk about with this guy.
Yeah.
This is a good one. I think Covington has been talking all kinds of trash.
Yeah.
He's been calling out Brazilians.
And he gets a chance to fight a Brazilian.
Yeah, we get a Brazilian. And apparently, this was supposed to be in Brazil, but they moved it. And now it's in Chicago, I believe. But yeah, if he would have gone to Brazil, he would have had, 24/7 security the whole time he was there.
Yeah.
He is a wild dude. He kind of sounds like Matthew McConaughey to me. And
not
McConaughey. Mark Wahlberg, that's it.
But let's flip this, though. What about the pressure that's on Rafael?
Yeah.
Like, he fighting, like it's one thing to fight because you're a Brazilian, Brazil love you, and whatever. But it's nothing to fight when you fighting for the honor of Brazil. Like all the stuff that Colby Covington has been saying about Brazilian people, the country, how they he called them trash or whatever. Animals, filthy animals.
Man, it was bad.
Yeah. And now you have the opportunity to step in front of this man on his homeland, his country, and to beat him.
Yeah, man, I think
That's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure in RDA, but I don't know if I don't know if he's taking it that way. I think he's trying to go out there and just show this kid what's up. I think he's going to show him that he's the real deal. Covington has a couple good wins. Nothing too crazy. That fight over my
I mean that was his biggest win.
It was a win.
And it's funny. And then his loss was to a Brazilian.
Yeah, and got choked out. So he's got to be careful, man.
So I really think, and looking at the stats is really interesting because RDA is coming up for 155, but like he has not shown that he's a smaller guy. He's technically a smaller guy, but
he looks like a good size for at one
time. And he's not cutting weight, so he's able to go out there and push hard. But I'm going for RDA for a couple of different reasons. One, I just want him to win because I want Colby Covington to lose. I feel like Colby Covington is going. He's trying to do the whole Chael Sonnen, Conor McGregor, Trump type way of talking. Yeah. And I think there's no place for that in the sport of in the martial arts.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying earlier. We're built, it's built off respect, man. I think we have a foundation that was built a long time ago, and I think we should keep going. I don't think you should be talking trash like that.
Yeah. Well, Jonathan, I mean, that's not a bad idea, putting this in the UFC group.
Yeah, we'll see if they'll let me post it in there.
Yeah. I give it a try.
I'm sure they would get a kick out of it.
So we going with RDA. Rafael dos Anjos to win it. How do you think he's going to win,
man? I think he lands something on the feet that hurts him. And puts him down. I imagine ground and pound finish. Yeah. But either that or it's a 5-round decision.
Well, it's going to be 3 rounds.
Oh, it's 3 rounds.
Yeah. Wait.
No,
is it interim title?
Interim title.
Shit, what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. He won one good fight, and now he's getting an interim title shot.
This is an interim title fight?
Yeah, man. And Woodley, because Woodley didn't think he was going to be back until like September or something like that. And so Dos Anjos said he didn't want to wait. He just wanted to get another one.
Wow. No. Man, they just tossed an interim title fight. It's like, I didn't even know it was an interim title fight. That's crazy.
It's crazy. I think, the interim title is kind of stupid, but I understand, like, it basically is just securing your number one contender.
Yeah, true. And I really think because it's an interim title, I really think now I'm definitely going with RDA. I think he does well in long fights. He's a grinder.
Yeah, I think he's he's a savage. I think he's coming for it.
You're right, Hector. You're right, man. GSP, he's been ducking me. I had to go out to like everybody know what's going on. Everybody know the truth. Everybody know that I'm the guy to take out GSP. I called him out. I sent him the fight contract. He's been ignoring me like a little punk. I went to his hometown yesterday. I was in Montreal just chilling, walking around the block. Ran into him. He called the police on me, so I had to bounce. I'm not trying to get locked up by the Canadian Mounties. so
I got a couple Canadian friends watching this.
Yeah. So, GSP, you scared. We know it. You wasn't trying to sign that contract, but we're going to move on. All right. Main event. Okay, we got Robert Whittaker versus Yoel Romero. Ooh. 2.
Man, we got the Reaper and the Soldier of God.
Those
are some nicknames.
Yeah, Reaper and the Soldier of God. Total opposite.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm super interested in this fight, man, and I've been going back and forth in my head all week on who I'm going to pick. Mm-hmm. I think their last fight was super entertaining.
Yeah.
And I actually scored it. The first 2 rounds I had Romero winning.
Yeah.
The last 3 I had Robert coming back and taking those.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Robert's knee was jacked up in those first 2 rounds, and I'm not sure why Romero didn't keep going after that. Mm-hmm. But it seemed like he kind of quit going after that leg after he hurt it. But I could tell that it was hurt. Mm-hmm. Maybe from his angle, in the cage, it's hard to see that kind of those subtle movements.
Yeah.
But that leg was jacked up, and so this one I'm having a hard time picking on.
You know what's interesting when you see a guy like Robert Whittaker fight someone like Yoel Romero, or even fight someone like Jacare and stop all the takedowns.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, Yoel won silver.
Yeah.
in the Olympics
He was
for wrestling.
For wrestling, yeah. And
Yoel
he's the best wrestler.
Beat Cael Sanderson twice in wrestling. Cael Sanderson is like a wrestling god.
Yeah.
He beat him twice.
That's crazy.
And you can't take down some Australian who didn't have a wrestling background, like who comes from a karate background.
Hey man, I think he's a smart dude, and I think he's really good at breaking down stuff, and I think he's a cerebral fighter, and so I think the way he learns is probably different than the way other people learns. And so some people I think are a little bit better at taking in info, like TJ. His improvements in a few years were crazy.
Well, they say that Cuban wrestlers they wrestle a little bit different. They get takedowns, but they don't worry about control.
Yeah,
they get the takedown and they kind of let you back up and take you back down.
And you've seen that a lot. Yeah. He definitely will get the takedown and people get up pretty easy.
So he's not like a chill stunning takedown guy. Like he take you out and like grind on you and hold you and beat you up. Yeah. He's like he'll slam you, take you down, but he doesn't have that same type of control when the guy's able to pop up. Yeah. You see that so many times. He throws someone and he's like, oh my God. But the guy still, he gets back to his feet.
Yeah, I think that's where, his explosive power comes from, his punching too. I think that's what he relies on a lot, is just that explosion. Boom, to get the takedown. Not necessarily the strength to keep it there, but that explosion to get it there. And I think he does the same thing with his strikes too. He just, boom, he unloads. And, he kind of slow fight. And then boom.
So, just like my man Hector, I appreciate the comments. I'm going to go with, if Yoel made some corrections with his cardio, I'm going to go with Yoel right now, honestly. I'm going to go with Yoel if he makes some corrections with his cardio. I love Robert Whitaker. I think he's a beast, the way he came up from 170. Another guy, he's another guy that made the come up, went from 170 to 185, forget cutting weight. Like on this card, just to kind of backtrack a little bit. On this card, we got Robert Whitaker came up in weight, RDA came up in weight, Holly Holm came up in weight, Anthony Smith came up in weight, Rashad Evans went down there, he's coming back up in weight. We got a lot of guys who's no longer making those big weight cuts.
Guida and Oliveira. Right?
Yeah, Guida, and it's a trend now.
Yeah.
Forget cutting out his weight and hating training camp and starving yourself and dehydrating yourself. Now we're gonna fight at our natural weight.
Yeah, I think it's healthier, man. I think better performances will show too.
Yeah. So, but I have to go with the wrestler, man. I love. And the thing about Yoel, I feel like it's scary, is that I feel like if he loses, this may be done for him because he's old.
He is an older guy.
Yeah.
Man, I've had such a hard time. Initially, I was thinking Romero, coming off that win over Rocco, big KO.
Yeah. So he's feeling himself right now.
Yeah, right. And so, that was my big thing. And Robert's been out, because I believe he had some sort of stomach surgery.
Yoel is 41 years old.
Man, he's 41. That's crazy.
And I think Robert Whitaker,
he's like 20 something.
Yeah, 26.
Yeah, I know he's a young guy, and he's only getting better.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm having a hard time. I know he hasn't fought since his fight against Romero, and
that's interesting. Like when you fight someone, been out for a whole long time, and have to fight that person again, it's like that's all you've been thinking about or worrying about is that one guy for a year and a half, or sometimes super long. It's an interesting concept.
Yeah, and I also think it's pretty interesting. He won the interim belt when he fought Yoel, and now he'll be defending the actual belt against Yoel. And so that's interesting how that worked out, with Michael Bisping GSP situation.
You know what? Speaking about that, how do you feel about Michael Bisping? Yeah, he's 27 years old. Robert Whitaker's 27 years old, man. He's young. He got that young energy, man. He got his young legs. Interesting. How do you feel about Michael Bisping retiring?
Man, I think it's a smart move on his part. I think, a lot of guys don't know when to call it quits, and he is coming off the two KO losses.
Yeah.
So I think it's a smart move on his part, man. He'll make enough money. He's got a good job. He's got his podcast. He's got, he's not worried about income. So I don't think.
I think it was a great move. I mean, he had one fight left. He could have did it in England and all this.
Yeah.
But his point was like, why risk it?
Yeah.
Why take the damage? He done everything. He won the Ultimate Fighter. He was a #1 contender, 205er. At a certain point, he was a top contender forever in the middleweight division. He won the title. Enjoyed being a champion.
Defended it once. So.
Yeah. He did defend it against Dan Henderson. So now I think it makes sense for him to like move on and focus on other things besides just taking damage to his body.
Yeah, definitely. I heard that when he wants to, when he quit fighting, he's going to work on fixing that eye too. But I heard he was having issues with his right eye, his good eye, and so he just doesn't want to risk, getting permanently damaged. So he's going to pull it out.
Yeah, well, much love. All right, so let's finish it out with our predictions. I believe maybe we said it, but if we just kind of just make it official.
Yeah, you picked Romero.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Whitaker on this one.
All right.
And this one, I mean, I told you, I've been having such a hard time with this one, but I think Whitaker is a young, hungry kid, and he's got to defend this belt. So I think he goes in there and keeps it.
All right, well, we got some fights that we kind of saw eye to eye on. We got some fights that we picked the opposite on. So I'm excited about next week and see how this thing plays out. Sadly enough, we're not gonna be watching it together.
Yeah,
I'll be in Vail, spending the weekend in Vail, and for the seminar I teach at the Hibernation on Hayward Charles Place. You're probably gonna be watching it here, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna be texting each other and talking some trash, and so it should be fun, man.
I got all my picks saved.
I'm gonna post my picks like I normally do.
Okay.
But either way, man, thank you for coming. I know Sunday morning, 12 o'clock, a little bit different time. Most people's probably at church, so we just gonna share it. Hopefully, people watch it later on. But it was a lot of fun either way, man.
It was, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
Hard work.
Hard work, dedication.
Yeah, all right, guys. Thank you for watching another episode of Hard Work, Bad Decisions. The good, the bad, the ugly. Let's talk about it.